Greetings everyone, this is Stirrin It Up with Chef Bee Live. We are here at Eat Fresh, and I'm here with Sheriese Nicole. And today we are talking kombucha and digestive wellness. So, it's so interesting. I love that you do kombucha. Kombucha is this awesome beverage that you can use in your daily life, just like medicine, right? Because we always talk about plants being medicine, just really to help if you're having digestive issues to get back on track. And I love that you do this because I actually do a veggie prep, so we'll talk a little bit about that later. There are all of these different natural, and they're called probiotics, that we can use in our life, in our day-to-day, just to help to keep our body balanced. And we're going to talk a little bit about why the digestive system is really, really powerful and really important to support. So, this is Sheriese Nicole, also MC, DJ Sheriese Nicole. She does a lot of different things. She has a show on WRG, and she also runs Kombucha Cafe. Yes. So tell us a little bit about why you decided to get into kombucha and brewing it, and tell us a little bit about that whole process. What's your journey with kombucha?
Yes. First of all, I want to thank you so much for having me.
No problem.
It's a joy to be here with you and this great energy here. Eat Fresh.
Eat Fresh. Yes. Oh, before we get started, we have a live audience. Lulu.
Yes.
Luanda for Truly Living Well is here. We graduated last night. These are her beautiful girls. 3 of 6.
Yes.
And she came to hang out with us today.
And we are having fun learning about kombucha.
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
so thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us.
Yes.
And we are at Eat Fresh. So tell me a little bit about why you decided you wanted to do kombucha.
Well, why I started doing kombucha is very simple. It's not a whole lot. I love kombucha. I've been drinking it since 2005.
Wow.
And the first kombucha was like the GTs.
So give us some language.
That is just a brand.
Okay.
It was the first one, and it was at Whole Foods.
Okay.
Me and my son had a ritual. We would go and get some vegan chocolate chip cookies and a kombucha.
Okay, I did the vegan chocolate chip cookies and like a juice from Artist Garden.
Right. Okay. And so that was our thing at Whole Foods, because the kombucha that they started with, no flavor, nothing, just a plain one, and it's known to eat sugar. You know, so that was my thing in my mind, like, okay, we're gonna eat this sugar and we're gonna drink this kombucha with it, and it's gonna balance it out, right? And so, you know, that was 2005.
Wow.
You know, and
that's
so
a long time ago.
From there, yes, I've been drinking kombucha since, and so from there, I've been drinking it, buying it, always wanting it, drinking it, and I was like, you know what? I am tired of buying this. I'm about to make it.
Yes.
And so I started making it, and I'm like that. Like I also do a lot of vegan dishes, raw dishes. I like to cook and create food and things. And but in Atlanta, to me, it was just like I support people who do that. There's so many people that's doing that already, and so
we're lucky. Let me just say this: we're in the ATL, right? We are in Southwest Atlanta. Big ups to Southwest Atlanta, a cultural mecca. When you're talking about health and wellness, I mean, there is so many plant-based restaurants within a 1-mile radius, just in Southwest Atlanta. Then when you go to Lawrenceville, you go to Duluth, you go to Snellville, we just got it on and popping in the South, right? And people are very conscious about what they're putting in their body, and we just want to share that information. So I just had to give a plug.
Yeah, that's real. And so I decided, you know, because I do events, the event promotion and things like that, and so I just decided to support them more than coming out and focusing on food so much. But then when I started doing the kombucha, it was like, okay, you gotta be a scientist to do this.
You know, alchemy.
It's not easy, you know, and so I realized that I am a scientist, and it became a niche for me, you know, to get into, you know, because it's still seasoning, it's still the art of putting taste together and things like that make it with my kombucha what it is. You know, it'll make any drink still what it is. And I tell people, change your drinks, change your life. You know, so sometimes we have a hard time transitioning into healthier ways of eating, but drinking things is different than eating, because when you eat, you it's a metabolizing process that takes time. When you drink something super healthy that's going to affect you, that's a superfood, you're going to feel it
right
instantly.
away. It goes right into the bloodstream.
You feel it. It goes right into the. So I tell people when they're working on transitioning and having a hard time, at least change your drinks. It's quick, it's easy, it's
I like
fast.
that.
You know, just cut out all of all of the fake sugar drinks. Cut out all this, any soda, and everything. I don't drink nothing from nowhere. Like when I go, we might go and eat. People like, you need something to drink. They got all the pops and sodas and teas.
I do water.
I don't do none of that. You just cut it out. You know, even the water that we drink, it's good to, you know, pay close attention to what the source is and
that's true.
you know what's in it. You know, now they're putting things in the water. Definitely never drink out of the faucet tap water. Oh my God, never drink that because it always has chlorine and all kind of. I test water. You know, so even when I make the kombucha, I make it with water, alkaline water. When I mix it, when you first making the kombucha, you cannot use alkaline water. We'll talk about that.
See?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
And so it's a science. It's a science. Right. But change your drinks, change your life.
I love that. We're gonna actually put that little tag in the comments. Change your drink, change your life. I think that's powerful. That's a very simple step.
It makes it simple.
You know,
and it will help to curb the cravings for the wrong things when you incorporate very healthy drinks on a daily basis and cut out all the crap.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. So let's talk a little bit about what goes into making kombucha. Because I remember this was years ago. I have a big ups to my best friend, Amataya. She was the one. She lives in DC. She has her clinic. She actually helps people transition off of medication and all sorts of issues that they're having, right? And she introduced me to kombucha. I was like, what is this stuff? And I tasted it, and it was fermented. It had a little bit of carbonation to it, and she was raving about it, but I wasn't really excited about that particular brand at the time that she was drinking. So tell me a little bit about what goes into the process and, you know, how you make yours.
Well, I'm gonna tell you first of all, kombucha is just like I said, making the art of mixing taste and seasoning things. It's the same thing with kombucha making. You know, so everybody's kombucha is going to taste different. You know, anybody who knows Imperial kombucha, you can go ahead and comment and let people know. We're all going to taste it here today. You know,
I'm excited.
Yes, and see what we have.
Excited.
I have sorrel and a grape here today. So
look at that. All right, so damn, sorrel. Yes. And grape. Oh snap. Oh snap. Okay.
So on this right here is an aged ginger.
Ooh.
It's aged.
All right. So we got 3 different kombuchas that we're gonna try today.
This is a strong one. Okay. So now what we have here, all right, is what is called the SCOBY. All right. So now
it's like the mother.
It's the mother. Okay. So just to give you a little background on the probiotic benefit.
Let's talk about that for folks.
Kombucha. All right, so kombucha is a superfood. It is a superfood drink, you know, because superfoods are foods that have so many benefits that we can go on all day talking about all of the benefits that it has. You know, so it has a probiotic benefit to it. Certain chemicals in it, which are probiotics. They have long names, the probiotics. You know, because I researched the crap out of this stuff. And it's just like each kombucha. I'm gonna start sending mine to labs to find out the exact
what
amount
your particular ones are giving. Absolutely.
Okay, and so the body is made of bacteria. It has so many bacteria, more bacteria in our bodies than there are cells. Actually, and it's that population is called a microbiome. And so
that's your crew. You always gotta treat your microbiome good.
Right.
All right. Keep them balanced.
Exactly. And so, like, you know, in Western medicine, they have not been paying close attention to or giving attention to the microbiome, and not really teaching the importance of keeping a balance with bacteria, healthy bacteria and yeast in our systems. You know, we know about bacterial infections. You know, that stuff comes from imbalance. You know, and we know about yeast infections, the candida. That comes from an imbalance of yeast. You know, so
and overeating sugar, and that helps. That actually throws your body off. And so, just talking a little bit more about this microbiome. If you think about like your neighborhood. You have a bunch of different people in your neighborhood, right? Some people are cool, some people aren't cool, right? Just imagine if you have an overrun of the not cool people in your neighborhood, then the neighborhood becomes chaotic, right? So we want to make sure that we have a nice balance of people, communities within our body, just so that we can keep our digestive system on track, our immune system on track, right? And then just the bacteria, that population to be on track. Because although we have bad bacteria, we have the good bacteria to keep the bad bacteria in check, right? So, hope that's okay.
That was greatly put. Okay, and so, you know, and when we deal with probiotics, like she have the kraut here.
Yes, we're going to talk about that at the end.
Any fermented foods, when it's properly fermented, when it's aged properly, when it's developed properly, it's going to have that bacteria balance and healthy bacteria that helps the body balance. It's good to have that stuff on a regular basis. Fermented foods, kombucha. Okay, and so that's just one of the benefits of kombucha. Okay, so we'll talk more about this right here, what I have here,
the SCOBY,
is the SCOBY.
Let's actually let folks see it.
All right, I'm gonna pull it out a little bit.
Yes.
Now, what this is, SCOBY stands for, it's SCOB. All right. And it's alive. This is
a living organism.
This is living. I would like to know where the first one came from.
Wow.
Because look at him, the way Ayator's face is.
So big ups. Big ups.
This is where making kombucha starts, right?
Big ups to the SCOBY.
All right. Yes, it's alive. I sing to it.
So there's like two of it. So there's two of them in there, right?
Yeah, I got
Did you put words under it?
Wow.
Like, I love you, SCOBY.
Look, hey, you can give it vibrations. It's
Wow,
alive. You can't put anything too hot or too cold on it, or it will die.
It will die. Wow.
It's alive.
So where do you store your SCOBY? Where do you keep it?
Well, you have to have, making kombucha is so intricate.
Yes.
I mean, these things are so delicate.
Yeah.
And you have to, for one, have a clear, clean space. One time I was over somebody's place in the lofts, a friend of mine who have like a warehouse where he sells different things, and he was like, I want to get into this kombucha, you know? And his place was just so cluttered with so much stuff. And he was like, what do I need to do to start making it? I was like, first, you need a clear, clean, very clean space. A place where everything is clear and clean. The energy has to be clear.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you're dealing with bacteria. You're dealing with, SCOBY stands for symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast.
Wow.
That's where the word.
I love it.
It's a symbiotic colony.
I love that.
Okay, so the first one that I ever got, I got from a brother of mine. His name is Black Eye. He's a reggae singer from Ghana.
Ooh,
I
like that.
That's my dude. Like one day I was just like, I want to make kombucha. And so me and my son's father was like, he knew Black Eye had him. And he called him. I went over. He told me how to make it. I got my first SCOBY. That's how you got to get SCOBYs from.
So you got somebody got to hook you up.
Yep. I got these. I ordered those from Ireland.
Wow. Are you
They
serious?
came from Ireland. These are new. And so
let me ask you this: the ones that you've had in the past, like
they multiply every time you make a batch.
Wow.
So that's the thing about kombucha.
That's amazing.
I was doing Tassili's a case a week, 2 cases a week at Tassili's for a year, off of that one SCOBY that man gave me that one day. You know what I mean?
Incredible.
Yeah, and I have other people. I have 2 other people who have kombucha productions from my SCOBY. Started
Look
from
at
that
that.
one. Yeah, and so that's what it is. And see, it's a community thing. In Russia they did a lot of experiments on why this one community did not get cancer, and the rest of these communities had the same environmental factors. Like they all drank the vodka, they all had the same environmental issues, but this one community was not getting cancer.
And they're like, what's up?
And this is a known researchable research.
Right.
I mean, you can go and look it up, and it's there. And this is evidence-based that kombucha is a cancer deterrent.
Yeah.
But what happened was they could not figure out for the life of them, like, why these people weren't getting cancer. And so one day, one of the researchers sat down and he said, the elder asked him, did he want to drink? And he gave him what they call T-Vox. They called it T-Vox. And he realized that drink, he was like, what is this? And he started telling them, and see, they would grow the SCOBYs and share it with each other.
Oh.
And even see the drinking prevalence.
Welcome.
When you drink kombucha with alcohol, it takes out the toxicity.
Wow.
In drinking, there's no hangover. There's no when you mix it.
Right.
When you drink it before, during, or immediately after alcohol, there's no hangover. There is a different level of inebriation, intoxication. You still feel good. You know, you still feel what you trying to get from it, but it takes the toxicity out of it. You
That's
know,
incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes.
I've experimented on that my own self. It's true. I'm telling you, it's true. Okay, and
so actually, one of the things that we're saying about kombucha let's go back to number one. One of the first benefit that
it's a probiotic.
So it's a probiotic. The second benefit is that it basically is a cancer deterrent.
Yeah.
All right. The third is it's an antioxidant.
Yeah,
Right?
it's an antioxidant. Let's talk about that for a second, okay? So being that it's an antioxidant, that means it fights free radicals.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yep.
And so
cells.
when you have anything that's fighting free radicals, it's slowing the aging process.
Absolutely.
So this is going to slow the aging process when you drink it on a regular basis.
Right.
Oh, that's why you do.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
so,
right.
Actually, I'm working on a book right now all about slowing the aging process.
Beautiful. Wonderful.
And kombucha is definitely a big part of it. It's a whole lifestyle, you know, but kombucha is a big part of that.
So let me ask you this: what would you recommend in terms of? So let's kind of go back real quick. One of the things that's out there is that when you're talking about something being an antioxidant, the best benefit to your body is if that antioxidant is from a natural source, i.e., foods that you eat, right? Blueberries, kombucha, or these sort of like dark chocolate. When you're doing antioxidant supplementation, that's not going to really give you the same benefit. So my question to you is, like, how much kombucha should we be drinking on a regular basis?
Well,
Like daily?
just like with anything, you just follow your body. You know, because some person may never have drank kombucha before, and so it might be a little strong for them. Kombucha is a brewed drink which naturally sometimes produces alcohol content. So some people might not want to drink it at all because of that. It's very low. You know, it can get up to 3%, but that's as high as most of the time it would get. The kombucha I have right now have no kick to it, so it's probably less, probably like 0.1, because it's going to be some
There's
type
going to be something in there. Gotcha.
And so what they do in the stores, the kombucha that is in the stores, they have them do a pasteurizing process, which take away from the benefits.
Right.
But it's, you know, it stops it from aging, so that the alcohol content is not there, and so it won't continue to grow on the shelf. It will keep fermenting.
Okay.
It will keep fermenting, and alcohol content will continue to go up. All right, so
so how much kombucha do you drink a day?
I mean,
See, now we need to just go there. What you drink every day, all day?
On a regular basis, it depends. It just depends. I could drink up to 2 or 3 of these a day, easy.
Wow.
I mean, because I love having it with my food,
Yeah.
you know, because it helps with the digestion process, especially if I eat some crap. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, I'm not as disciplined as I would like, and I'll eat something that's kind of not, you know, the best thing for me. I'll be like, oh, I need some kombucha.
Right.
You know, and take that in, you know. So I could drink 2 or 3 of them a day.
Gotcha.
Easy.
Okay.
My baby's 3 years old. Kombucha.
Right.
Kombucha,
mama.
He know his body needs it. You know, he's a C-section baby.
Wow.
You know,
So let's talk a little bit about that too. So one of the things you have basically babies that are born vaginally, and then you also have babies that are born through C-sections. And one of the disadvantages of children that are born through C-sections is that those natural bacteria that's in the vaginal area, that baby is not getting the flush, the showering of those bacteria as they pass through the birth canal. So when you see, like, later on, they have more susceptibility to colds and, you know, getting sick all the time in school.
Yep.
That may be one of the issues that's from even birth.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So you know, sometimes they become sickly because they don't have that population foundation of the healthy bacteria from the beginning, because when they come out, their systems are sterile inside, and so it automatically sucks from the environment all the bacteria to populate the gut in the beginning, the first day of birth. And so when we have C-sections, I had to have a C-section because some medical issues that they saw with him at the time, you know. So I mean, C-sections I think are overdone and overused. Absolutely. It's an overused medical practice when it comes to birthing our children. They're scheduling them for convenience now, and overall it's just not a good practice for the mother who was getting a major surgery, and for the baby who was not getting that natural flora. And it's other things that just aren't best, you know, when it comes best practice when it comes to, for, you know, as far as the health and the well-being of the baby. And so when the baby is coming out C-section, they're not getting that flora. So now they're getting their bacteria from the hospital workers that's touching them first, and all of this, you know. And you know, so the best thing, a midwife who comes on my show, I have a segment on my radio show called Misconceptions About Conception. And you know, we really go in. I have been doing that for 3 years. When I was pregnant with my last child, I was really inspired by the information I was getting. And so I have midwives and doulas and, you know, all kind of birthing professionals who are really holistic in their practice, and you know, because it's really a problem that we're having right now in the States and you know, all across the diaspora. You know, and so one of the midwives said that there's a practice now where they're getting, when the baby comes C-section, they get flora from the vagina and put it on the baby so that they can get it. You know,
now that sounds a little weird.
It do, but
that sounds a little icky. But
what are we doing? What are we doing to make sure that the C-section babies are getting what they need? Because I was doing some research on the microbiome, and it said that the babies who don't get that balance by 3 years old will be sickly for the rest of their lives. You know, and people are not understanding that. See, my doctor was Dr. Ascari, okay, and she put my baby on probiotics at 5 days old. You know, and so this is a naturopathic doctor that will muscle testing and will test to see what the body needs. You know, and she knew he needed probiotics, and he's still on them. He drinks a lot of kombucha, and we have to make sure that the babies are getting that, especially when they're C-section. Pay attention to how, you know, how they can become sickly and different things like that, and get them checked to make sure that they have the proper foundation of that gut flora, you know, from the beginning.
And it's something that you're working on throughout your lifetime, really, just keeping the body balanced. And then you have the probiotics, you have prebiotics, so that you can really get your gut ready to accept the probiotics. And so this is something that we're doing ongoing. So what we're suggesting that you do is, instead of going to a pill, what you want to do is incorporate more plant-based foods that are natural probiotics. In the same way that people use kimchi and some of these yogurt, right? All of these things are natural probiotics that you can bring into your diet, and that you can just help to keep yourself in balance. So you just figure out which of those you like. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the veggie crowd, because like she said, some people may not want to drink kombucha because of religious practices. It has a little bit of alcohol in there, or they're just their preference. They may not like the way it tastes. But ideally, when you're doing probiotics, or even like enzymes and these sorts of things, you want to eat these things or drink these things right when you are consuming your food. So like, you know, if you're having a meal, you want to maybe have some of your kombucha before the meal, because you're prepping your digestive system to be able to assimilate all those nutrients properly, access all of the nutrients that your foods are going to give you. And so you might be drinking a little shot of kombucha throughout the day, right? Not just once a day, if you're doing it correctly. Am I right about that?
You said
so, like drinking the kombucha maybe 3 times a day or so, like right before a meal or maybe after a meal or something like that.
Kombucha is just it's such a good thing to have with food. It's so tasty too. It's carbonated right, it's seasoned right too. So it's just, you can drink it by itself. I drink it on an empty stomach. I drink it with food. You know, you can drink it at any time, and it's just something that you just follow your body. You know, like my 3-year-old, I told you, he knows when he needs it. But I was like, you want some kombucha? He said no.
Oh, okay.
But he loves it.
But when he needs it,
he'll ask for it.
All right, so you showed us the SCOBY, but what's the process? So, because I know I've seen that kombucha can be brewed from green tea.
That's it. And see, that's where the antioxidants come from.
Yes.
For the most part, all of the benefits of green tea is boosted.
Got you.
In kombucha.
In the kombucha.
Mm-hmm.
So do you brew the tea and then you put the SCOBY inside of it?
Hey, good question. How's it going?
How does it?
What are you doing here?
What are we doing?
Okay, so the formula of making kombucha. Okay. All right. So right now I have the SCOBY floating in just kombucha, pure kombucha.
Oh, I see that.
Okay. And so in order for me to maybe make this much, fill this up and make more kombucha, the formula is green or black tea.
Green or black tea.
Mm-hmm. I like using green tea because of the benefits in green tea. Mm-hmm. Green or black tea, the SCOBY and kombucha already
inside.
Made.
Okay.
So you mix, for this, I will put some green tea seasoned with sweetened with only organic cane sugar. I don't use anything outside.
Oh, okay.
You know, people experiment with using other kinds of sweeteners, but I don't use anything outside of organic cane sugar. You know,
so why that?
That's just in my research. It was the only thing. It was just like a strict thing in my research that a lot of people felt like it was the safest for the process.
Got it.
When dealing with the SCOBY.
Got it.
Okay, and so for me, because you can do what you want to once the kombucha's made and you get it out the SCOBY and season it.
Got it.
You know, I do dates, I do all kinds of stuff. Then, you know, but when
actually the brew, like making it at this stage of the process.
I have like 3 stages that I do.
Got it.
Okay, and so this first stage, organic cane sugar, sweetened green tea with the SCOBY and the already made kombucha.
Got it. Together
For about 5 to 10 days. It just depends on the climate. If it's cold and cool, it takes longer. The warmer it is in the environment, it'll brew faster. And it has to be it can't be alkaline water made tea
at that point, right?
You know, because what'll happen is the acidic nature of this stage of it helps to kill any unwanted bacteria that might try to develop, or mold will even grow on it. You know, and so when the pH
gotta test that too. Make sure at some point
it's right for this. Then it will be healthy, but you can't use alkaline water. I learned that.
Wow. So like, what kind of water? Like, can you use spring water or?
Yeah, you can.
You can use spring water. Okay, nice. Okay.
A neutral water is good. I have an alkaline water machine, and so when I make the tea, I never use alkaline water for this stage of it.
Got it.
Okay, and so with that, and then you know, let that sit, taste it in about 5 days.
Right.
You got kombucha.
That's it.
Wow.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna taste some kombucha. Not kombucha.
And you know what? I've been thinking about making my own name for this stuff, because who came up with kombucha?
I mean, that's what I want to know.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
I know you travel to Jamaica, different places, but in South Africa they make a fermented drink. What's the difference between the process of fermentation and kombucha and
It's the same.
It's pretty similar.
Why this SCOBY?
Okay, so all right, that's a good question. So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So whenever you ferment something, anything that's fermented, it has to have something that activates it.
Yeah.
You know, so in winemaking, people use yeast. You use hops in beer. It's certain a yeast type activity that has to happen. So it has to be some kind of action put into it. So with this, you have a SCOBY, which is a symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. You know, and so the SCOBY is what activates the process. Just like with Tej, I make Tej, which is Ethiopian honey wine, and it's these.
Okay, you have to come back on the show and talk about some Ethiopian honey wine. Tej?
Yes.
Tell us when you do
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
I like the name of it. You know?
You gotta say like Tej. Yeah, like that. And so, but the activation for Tej is gesho. It's a bark that only grows in Ethiopia.
Look at that.
You know, and so that's what activates tetch. You know, and so it's always got, and when you're fermenting, it has to have something to activate the fermentation. You know, so that will be the similarity, but different drinks have different things to activate it.
Yep.
All right, so we got grape. Y'all want to taste?
So we gonna taste
a grape.
We want to taste all three.
This is hard.
Oh, all three. Okay.
Yes.
This is hard.
I want to taste. Okay, I want to taste sorrel first. It's so interesting, y'all, because sorrel is such a Caribbean thing, but then it's not, right? Because there's so many people that have taken on sorrel, and so it's always nice to see all the different variations.
See how bubbly that is?
Ooh. Taste. Wow, I love it. This is delicious. Very nice.
Don't be just saying that now. She ain't just saying
that.
that.
No, I'm not just saying that. So look, we also have another special guest. This is one of my other wonderful grown family mamas. This is Gabrielle Wood visiting us. We graduated last night. So thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Very, very nice. Yes, so tell us what you guys think. What you think about this one?
Which y'all, you like the sorrel ice, Tara? Yeah.
Just tastes like sorrel soda.
Like sorrel soda.
That's what I
but
tell
then
people
it has
sometimes.
a little tea-ish. You can taste the tea underneath it.
I tell people sometimes when they ask, what is kombucha? What is kombucha? I say, I call it a healthy soda. For some
yes, that's a good way.
For some people, because some people, you know, is not ready to digest all of the information.
Yes, look at that. Yes. Woo, I love it.
And so it is it's like a healthy soda.
It's a healthy soda. I
it's
love
a great
that.
way to put it.
That's
you know.
really good.
It says sorrel soda.
Sorrel soda.
Yeah.
Healthy sorrel soda.
Okay, and so this one is great.
This is great. I love grape soda.
Oh.
Well, I don't drink that anymore.
Make sure this one ain't gonna blow up. This one's ready.
But I used to love grape soda. It's one of my favorites. All right.
Drink all that sorrel out of there.
Tasty. Ooh, I love the color, girl.
That's great.
Ooh. That one is definitely has more of a tinge to it. It's a feeling in your nose.
Opening up something.
This one isn't as sweet. This one's a little bit more tangy. I like this one.
The sorrel had
Did you like the sorrel?
it tasted like some herbs.
I like this one. It's not as sweet as the sorrel. I like this.
So that's great.
Let me drink all of this.
So this is Imperial Kombucha, by the way. That's the name of my brand.
Imperial Kombucha. Okay, you gotta tell us the website so we can put it in the comments so that people can order from you.
Okay.
All right.
And I want some.
Yes,
I don't got none of those pretty glasses left.
Yes.
So kombucha is not like a beer or wine. It's not.
There is some alcoholic content.
Some people
but
talk about kombucha as like it's an alcoholic beverage that happens to have other benefits.
Okay,
you got people that don't drink alcohol. Can they drink kombucha?
Right. Well, I guess you weren't in here when I was explaining that, but I'll reiterate that, you know, because it's a good point. Some people don't drink kombucha. My mom, she don't drink kombucha at all because of the possible alcohol content in it.
Wow. And
what I spoke about earlier, it won't go above 3% for the most part. It's not going to be high unless you added alcohol to it.
Yeah.
You know, but if you drink alcohol, it's the best thing to do is mix kombucha with it.
Yeah.
You know, I make kombucha cocktails because it takes the toxicity out of alcohol. You know, in your blood system.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's actually helpful for those, but those who don't drink alcohol, like I say, it's a preference. You know, my 3-year-old drinks it regularly.
Yes.
You know, it's actually more beneficial than not. You know, and the alcohol content usually is 0.5 to 3%.
Wow, that's not much.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Low.
Yeah.
You're
like
not
right
gonna get
now,
drunk.
do you feel a kick? Do you feel anything?
No.
It tastes like wine though.
A little energy? It tastes like wine?
It tastes like
Because
wine.
wine is fermented.
Yeah.
Because it's a fermentation process still, so it do have that fermented kick of a taste to it. And so, yeah. No, you can add some more. Okay, so
All right,
now
well, I'll wait because I want some of the ginger.
Okay, so now this one is not
Shake it up.
the tastiest one. This
looks hot.
I just brought it because I just had it. So
It looks
but
hot.
what I do sometimes is experiment with things. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So sometimes things are more aged.
Yes.
And so I use this for cooking.
Oh,
you know,
nice.
stuff like that. Like instead of using vinegar, I will make a
Ooh.
probiotic food have a probiotic nature to it
I love
by
that.
adding kombucha.
I love
I make
that.
salsa, I make guacamole with kombucha. But I said I'm gonna come
So
back
next
and
time we're gonna do that. We wanted to focus more on the process
Yeah.
and the health benefits behind it, and then Sheriese is gonna come back and we're gonna actually do some recipes with her imperial kombucha.
Yes. Okay, so this one is a aged ginger.
All right. I'm nervous. This one is it hot?
We'll wait to find out.
Ooh, I like it. It's hot, y'all. It's okay. So it's spicy. Oh, wow! I feel the kick in my throat.
Yeah, this one's this is one that
Wow.
I couldn't sit and drink 2 bottles of this.
Yeah, this is harder.
I use this mostly in mixing other things and cooking and stuff like that.
You know what? This one actually tastes a little bit like vinegar. Like,
Yeah, it's aged. That's
like
why
like an apple cider vinegar.
The more, and because acetic acid is the same chemical that's in vinegar that is actually produced in here as well. Yeah, that one's rough.
This one's rough. This is like
You want to taste it? She like, give me
like
some.
a shot. That's what you need. You need like a shot of this one.
This one's the ginger, you said?
Yeah, it's aged ginger.
How long has it been aged?
This one. See,
You
the
taste
process it's not even
But it
older
also
than
reminds
these,
me of
but it's just the process. I bottled these and got them cool, in a cool environment. So the process slows when it's cooler. But this one sat out longer.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is intense.
Yeah, and so I use the vinegar for different things.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
like
I'm saying?
it.
Yeah,
I really
it's
like
good
that.
for the skin.
Wow.
It's,
Okay.
the kombucha vinegar. People kind of get scared about it. Because there's not a whole lot of research. For when it ages, but it's I've been using it for years in different
I like
ways.
this.
Yeah.
Y'all make me some.
Yeah. When you're not feeling good, like a good shot of this.
No, I like that.
It'll clear things.
Yeah, I can feel it. Like I even feel the ginger clearing things.
Acetic acid has the next benefit is antibacterial.
Yes.
And so that's what you taste, that vinegar taste.
The other thing that I researched for kombucha is that it helps to balance the blood sugar. So for people who are diabetic, this is going to help you if you drink this on a consistent basis. Just help to balance that blood sugar level and bring it down if it's elevated. So
Balance blood sugar, it improves cholesterol. It's a superfood.
yeah, amazing. All right, so once again, for those people who do not like kombucha, we haven't convinced you that you need to drink this. You want to incorporate other kinds of natural probiotics into your diet. So this is one that I actually make, and we're not going to get into the details of it, but I just wanted to show you. This is called a veggie kraut. It's a raw veggie kraut. Now, some people, when they make veggie krauts, they use a lot of, you can smell it. It's made with cabbage. It's organic cabbage, and I put a bunch of different things in there. Sea vegetables to give it that natural salty flavor, as opposed to sea salt, right? Just so that people can manage their sodium level. We also have some turmeric in there. We have some juniper berries, which is also super good for the digestive system, and it's amazing. So this is something that you could use with your food. If you're having a little bit of lunch, you have a little spoonful of this. This is just like your pill, your lunch pill, right? And this is going to help you as you eat your lunch, just access all of those wonderful nutrients that your food is giving you. So this is another product that I offer people if you're interested. And then we have the kombucha. Tell them again how they can get the kombucha.
Okay, you can go to my website. My website is, I also put it in here.
Yes.
But my website is SheriseNicole.com. So my kombucha,
Nice.
I have
Everything's there.
everything's there. Everything I do is there. My
Nice.
kombucha page is there. Being able to order kombucha, that page is there. So it's SHERIESE SherieseNicole.com. We'll put it in the comments as well.
Absolutely. So in regards to all the things that you're doing, she just had a kombucha cafe. Tell them a little bit about the kombucha cafe, and then tell them when it's coming up again.
Okay. Kombucha Cafe. If anybody is familiar with Spirit Dance, it's an event that we used to do, me and Ross Kofi. We actually have one that's going to be coming up soon.
Oh, nice.
But
Ross Kofi.
yes, and those events, we would just do it when Spirit led us to do it. And that's kind of how Kombucha Cafe is. I don't know what the next one is, but Kombucha Cafe is live music, live drinks, and live food. Everything's live.
I love it.
Because I love, I'm a kombucha brewer. I'm a vegan chef in my own right. I am a musician. I'm a promoter, event coordinator, a media person. So I was just like, how do I put all of it
in one thing, right?
Yes.
I love it.
And so that's one of my babies.
Wonderful.
That is
we
incorporated.
Just missed it, y'all.
It was great.
It was like what, 2 weeks ago?
It was August 25th.
Man, we
full
just
moon
missed
sessions.
it.
It was during the full moon. I had Queen Yin do the full moon meditation, and we had live music, live drinks, live food. Had great bands performed. Other people performed. Rasta Funk. We had a plethora of food. We had Sabananda sponsored. We had we had like a plethora. We had Healthful Essence sponsored. And I like to bring all of the people who do food together and let people taste it and promote them, and just have like a co-op of things coming together with the live food, with the healthy food period that's available here, and also change your drinks, change your life.
I love
that. All of the drinks available. My pineapple sorrel. I have different drinks that I make, and then
so you have the sorrel, you have the grape, and what other flavors do you offer?
I have mango ginger. I have mango and I have ginger, and I have cherry.
Okay, so you have a wide variety, and everything's on the website. Are you going to be, now we have an event coming up, the Veggie Taste. Are you going to be at the Veggie Taste?
I am not going to be at the Veggie Taste.
Darn it. Okay, because we would have told folks to go over there. Well, you know what? Just go to the website and get the kombucha.
And follow me on Instagram.
Yes. Tell them what that is.
Sheriese_Nicole. Everything that I do, everything that we do, everything that's coming up or going to come forward is on my Instagram. Sheriese_Nicole.
Wonderful. All right, y'all. So that's kombucha. So everyone knows. I hope everyone knows. The cookbook is coming October 10th. It'll be available after that date. And so you can actually go online to chefbeee.com/store, and you can actually get it now at a discounted price, right? Until the end of September. And then the price goes up. All right, so you can get your copies, you can learn how to use plant-based foods and essential oils in your daily practice, right? And they're simple, beautiful recipes. We're gonna be talking a little bit more about that as that time gets closer. If you're interested in meal prep, I do plant-based meals to go. We do 3-day, 5-day, and 7-day plans. Everything is on the chefbeee.com page. We'll drop it inside of the comments as well. And I'm trying to think, what else do I do? I do so much.
Do all this stuff.
And then you cook every Sunday. We got the cooking show.
Now you're in the urban.
All right. Next week we have Chef Deuce. Yasin.
I like him.
Yes, I'm just gonna say Chef Deuce. I don't think I pronounced his last name right. But he is this beautiful, beautiful raw food chef. He'll be joining us here in week, and I'm excited about that one too.
And also, I just want to, now that you got me thinking about where people can find me every Friday on WRG.
Yes, tell them about that. So.
Every Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. WRG 89.3 FM here in Atlanta, as well as you can get the WRG app on Google Play, and also it's online, streaming live on WRFG.org. Nice. So I Radio is the name of my show on WRG.
Ooh, I love that.
Yes, I Radio.
I love it.
Every Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's a great show. So we always have beautiful energy coming through. You've been on there, Lulu.
All right, so I love that.
She will be soon.
I'm going to be on there.
Yes.
I'm going to be on there very, very soon.
Yep.
But I love, that's the mantra for today. Change your drinks. Change your life. I love it. So we are going to be saying that all day. Drinking some more kombucha. I want some more sour.
I want some of that kraut.
You want some of my kraut?
Yeah, girl. You gonna open it up and show me that thing and make me smell it and everything.
Maybe.
I need to get some of that.
I'll hook you up.
I'm gonna get some of that.
So check us out. Look at the comments. See how you can connect with Sheriese. See how you can connect with me. I'll see you back here next Sunday at 1 o'clock. Enjoy your Sunday. We are over and out. Peace.